John Oakes here with Hexer's Hot Rods here in our Homer City location, and today we've got another addition to our inventory. This is a 1969 Chevrolet Camaro. Now this is an X11 car, but it is a Z28 styled car. So again, they wanted to make everything look the part, so that's why you're going to see the emblems and so forth that you do on this car. Now our car here, it's finished off in this blue. It's got a little bit of a metallic in it, like a metallic blue here, a little darker than a Le Mans blue, but yet it's a little different than that. So I'm just going to go with a metallic blue. Of course, you can see the white stripes on this car, and these are painted on stripes, done very nicely there. You see the Z28 emblems on the front fender. You see the 302 emblems up here on the cowl also. Now that's not what's in this car, but again, the 302 is what would have been in a Z28. So again, to make it the part, they're doing everything they can with emblems and so forth. Now our car, they've elected to go without the bright wheel lip moldings on this car, so you'll see just plain here. We do have the bright drip rail moldings, the bright rocker moldings here too on the car, all of which are very straight and polished up very nicely. All of our glass on this car is in great shape too. There's no chips, no cracks out of any of it. Of course, our car has both the driver and passenger side mirrors on it. The finish on those mirrors are in great condition, and the mirror in them actually is in good condition too. Now, wheels and tires. They have gone to an aftermarket wheel and tire combination on this car. 15-inch wheels the whole way around. They're American Racing Torq Press 2 polished aluminum wheels with BFGoodrich Radial TA rubber wrapped around those. Again, you can see our car has the quarter panel accents, or the gills back here, I call them. Of course, our door here, the fitment on it, gap-wise, elevation-wise, all lines up on this car with the quarters and the front fenders. As we come to the back of the car here, we're going to now take notice of our chrome bumpers. Again, the chrome finish on these is in great condition. It's got the bumperettes back here also. Again, the Z28 emblem right here in the center of the tail panel. The rear trunk spoiler, the rear trunk itself, the fitment on that, your gaps and elevations the whole way around on that are all really, really good. Of course, we've got our glass up here too, slightly tinted. Again, the condition of the glass is in good shape too. And your trim that goes around that window is in very good condition as well. If you look slightly below, we're going to see that our tail pipes on this car are going to poke through where they should, which is between the leaf spring and the rear quarter panel, so it kind of keeps them, you know, cleaned up and out of sight back here. Now we are going to go ahead and open our trunk lid up. That way we can take a look inside and see the condition of everything in here. So we'll open that up. You can hear that the trunk lock itself does pop. The underside of our trunk lid itself painted that same blue as the exterior of the car. Our trunk weather stripping the whole way around, nice and soft the whole way around, meets right in the center there in good shape. Trunk floor, trunk pan itself is in great condition too, all solid, all one piece, painted up gray, black and aqua trunk spatter paint back here. Again, the hinges, spring, that all works too. As you can see, it's holding that trunk lid up very nicely. So we'll close this up, and that closes real nice and easy too. Tail lights also, the lenses and your bezels on here are all in great shape. There's no cracks or chips in the tail light lenses, and the bezels where they should be bright, they're shined up nicely, looks good. As we come around the passenger side now, again, we're looking at the body as it comes down here to the front fender. The elevations with the door in here are all right on. Body lines all line up here everywhere too. Again, our tires and wheels, you can see they're all brand new, all four of them. And then as far as sizes go on our tires, we've got two 25/60 15s on the front, two 45/60 15s on the back. Now we are going to open up our door. We'll take a look inside. I did not open the other side there, but from this side here, all black interior. We've got our bucket seats up front. We've got headrests. You've got the 4-speed Hurst shifter in there, which is not actually a 4-speed. It does have the wrong ball on it for a 4-speed, but the transmission that's in this car is actually a Borg T56 6-speed manual transmission. So again, it's a later model transmission. It's going to be very reliable for you. It's got that 6-speed too, so this car is going to run out great for you here. Of course, you can see our mirrors here again, all of our bright moldings here, the glass mount on the passenger side, fender mount antenna, the Camaro script emblem on the fenders. Back up here now, Z28 emblem, our side marker lenses and bezels, those are all in great shape too. Now we get up front here, this is your typical Camaro front grille, 69, all plastic, but it's all intact. There's nothing broken out of it. It's all solid. Z28 emblem here. Got your sealed beam headlights here, so your highs and lows are all one unit here. Our chrome bumper, and of course down below you'll have your parking light lenses, and then we have the air dam underneath. Now as far as the hood goes, you can take a look at the gaps and elevations the whole way around on this. Everything looks good on it. It is a 2-inch steel Cowl induction hood here, and again those white stripes, as I mentioned before, are painted on. Now we're going to go ahead and open our hood up, and we'll take a look at what we have underneath. Now again, like I said, they wanted to go the part and make this look like a Z28 Camaro with a 302 in it. Now this is actually a non-original motor, 350 cubic inch motor here in this car, but they did go ahead and they found themselves one of the aluminum Snowflake intakes that you would have found on a 302 motor. So again, it's going to look the part. Factory style air cleaner, the rubber gasket around her, all in it is excellent condition here. Nice soft material there. Of course, it's got the chrome top on the air cleaner there also. Now this car has aftermarket air on it too. You can see the compressor right here. All the lines are all hooked up. Belts are all on it too, so it is functional. We have a set of chrome Edelbrock valve covers with breather and PCV valve in them. We do have a stock, let's see here, HEI style distributor on this car, and it looks like a newer set of plug wires on there as well. We have ceramic coat long tube headers on this also, dual exhaust the whole way back, dual mufflers, and of course the tailpipes, as I said, between the leaf springs and the rear quarter panels. Stock style radiator on this car. You can see it does have the fan shroud on it, and as far as the fan blade itself, I believe that's a 5-blade clutch fan that's on this car here. Power steering car, however it is a manual brake car, but it does have the disc brakes up front. Actually, I think this is an all 4-wheel disc brakes if I'm not mistaken. So let me just double check that for sure, because I don't want to tell you something. Yeah, it is 4-wheel disc brakes. So again, power steering, it's going to steer great for you. Disc brakes, even though they're manual, disc brakes on all 4 corners are going to stop for you very good. Alright, now that we're standing underneath our 1969 Camaro Z28 style car here, we're going to go through the underside, show you exactly what we have here for steering, suspension, braking, and for driveline components on this particular car. So as far as the front suspension goes, as always, we're going to start up here and start with our crossmember. Stock crossmember in this car, it is in great shape. We've got the stock suspension arms on this too, the lower control arms and the upper A arms. Again, just regular stamped steel factory components here. Now they have sway bar on this to help with the suspension. So your sway bar bushings both on your frame and your sway bar end links, those are all in great shape. Steering components, again, just stock steering components. This is a manual steering car, but you've got still your same center link here, same tie rods. The rubber dust boot covers are intact on all 4 ball joints there. And again, everything's been greased and maintained on the car. Shocks, they look to be good shape too. Doesn't look like they've been replaced too awfully long ago either, as the finish and everything is still really nice on those. As far as our drive line, since we're already up here, we'll go ahead and just talk through it real quick. We do have a non-original motor. This is a 350 cubic inch small block Chevy motor here. We are coupled to, this is a 6-speed transmission. It is a Borg Warner T56 6-speed. Again, you can see the size of this unit here. It's got a bulletproof or blowproof Bellhousing, as they call them here. Then back here, you'll notice it's got an aftermarket transmission crossmember here. This is called an X-Factor transmission crossmember here. The actual bushing or the mount itself here is in excellent shape. Looks to be all new stuff here. Again, that's supporting that tail shaft for that T56. Of course, we've got our balanced drive shaft here to help eliminate any drive line vibrations or anything you might have here. And then we have a GM 12-bolt rear end. Now, this particular unit has a 410 gear in it. And then as far as braking components, it's power brakes, it's 4-wheel disc brakes. So again, disc on front, disc on back. You're going to have excellent stopping power with this vehicle. As far as rear suspension, we've got the multi-leaf rear suspension on this car. We also have a set of air shocks back here. Again, very easy to set your ride height wherever you want it to get the look you're after. Of course, what we have here, nothing has been maxed out in any way. Just gives it a nice ride height there, a nice look to the car. As far as our exhaust system, we've got the long tube ceramic coated headers up front. We've got the dual exhaust all the way back. Looks like a set of smaller turbo style muffler. Then of course we've got the tailpipes up over top the rear end, and of course exiting between the multi-leaf suspension and that rear quarter panel. Fuel tank also, it's a stock fuel tank. Looks to be in great shape. There's no dents or dings in it. Fuel tank straps are in great condition, no rust. And as far as the trunk floor back here, it looks to be in great shape too. There's no patches to speak of, all solid one piece. As far as the floors go in the car, again, floors are in great shape. Now, after looking at everything here closely, looks like everything's probably the original floors on this car. We do have one spot over here where I can see that it has been replaced, but again, it's been done correctly. It's done with the right stamped steel pan, regular floor pan for this car, seam sealed, in place, looks really, really good. Can't hardly even tell. You have to look really, really close. But again, it's done correctly, not with just aftermarket metal. It's done with the right stuff. Frame rail, the subframe up front looks to be in great shape here. All nice and straight, good and square. Body mount bushings are in good shape along with the hardware. The bushings themselves are not cracked or split or squashed overly. They're done just where they should be. Emergency brake. It is all here and all hooked up. So you got your front cable, you got your J hook here, intermediate cable, and your rear cables back to your rear disc brakes. And that obviously has the parking brake option on that disc brake kit. So that's your underside of the car.